Making their way out now for their pre-final. There'll be 16 laps, Rock Senior and Masters. Ariel Castro, your Masters driver, inside row number 1 in the 79. Hugo Salazano in the number 37, Masters driver to the outside. Miguel Grunzel, Masters driver in the number 3, starting 3rd. Senior driver Kyle Kirkwood in the 328, starting 4th overall. Johnny Kotick in the 57, starting 5th. Masters driver Francois Bronweibel in the 07, starting 6th. Senior driver Oliver Askew in the 38, starting 7th. Dustin Strauss in the 71, 8th. Malfala in the number 76, starting 9th. Jacob Duvall in the 7X will be starting 10th overall. Austin Garrison 11th in the 229. Morgan Healy in the 316. Ralden in the number 6, 13th overall. Austin Jordan 14th. Joffrey Amaya, senior driver, 15th overall. Jared Maurice in the 77, starting 16th. Carlo Vargas in the 112, starting 17th. So they'll break them up. Masters on the back end of the field, seniors up front. And they're ready to go. It'll be 16 laps. Again, our senior drivers up front. Kirkwood and Kotick in row number 1. We're looking to go green. It's out. We're underway as we'll head down into turn number 1. Staying down, hugging that inside. Takes the field into turn number 1. Kyle Kirkwood going to take him through the chicane as they head out into the hairpin turn. So Kyle Kirkwood, your senior driver. Boy, they are really bunched up. 2nd, 3rd, 4th back. Again, shifter drivers coming up next. They will go for 18 laps. In the meantime, we're underway. Your Rock Senior and Masters. Kyle Kirkwood, senior driver, going to lead him off the top of the oval, bring him down the straightaway. There's Kyle Kirkwood in the 328. Jonathan staying right with him. And a little bit of a different approach as they come down into turn number 1. Beal going to work their way into that tree turn. Now Kirkwood in at 328. There's Kirkwood now going to come off the top of the oval, heads down into turn number 1. And running 3rd, it'll be the 338. That'll be Oliver Askew. He'll be sit back in 3rd. Yeah, no transponder on that 338, so if you're looking for him on race monitor, you won't see it. But right now, Oliver Askew in that 3rd place position. Jonathan right ahead of him. Kyle Kirkwood, your leader. Very good start. This is what the 7X of Jacob Duvall needed here. Coming out of the gate strong. Jacob sits back in the 4th place position overall. Good start for him. And again, he's been digging hard, trying to get it going. Practiced very well. It looks like they may have got it going now for Jacob Duvall. Sits back in the 4th spot. Single file through the chicane, led by Kyle Kirkwood. Kyle to 328. Holds on to that top position. Kyle Kirkwood finished 3rd in heat number 3, 3rd in heat number 2, and at a 2nd place finish in heat number 1. So he's been in the top 3. He'd love to pick up a win here in this pre-final. Meantime, the 338 will make the pass. That'll be Oliver Askew, gets around Jonathan. So Oliver now in that 2nd place position. Head down, trying to get all he can out of that 338. And he'll set his sail now on Kyle Kirkwood. So it's Kirkwood, your leader. Askew running 2nd. Kotick running 3rd. Jacob Duvall running 4th. 5th, it'll be Dustin Strauss. Dustin right now 2 seconds behind your leader. And good to see Jacob Duvall in the top 5. Again, he had very good practice on Saturday. Again, Jacob Duvall in that 7X. Jacob coming home 6th in heat number 3, 6th in heat number 2, and had a best finish in heat number 1. Jacob came home 3rd in heat number 1. So Jacksonville, Florida driver Jacob Duvall's got himself right there in the mix early on. Kyle Kirkwood, your leader, just turned a 37.173. That's overall quick time. Kyle Kirkwood. And Kyle jumping out to that early lead. He'll work off the tree turn, so it's Kirkwood, your leader. Askew running second. Kodak running third. Jacob Duvall fourth. Dustin Strauss running fifth. As they'll make their way into turn number one. And Oliver Askew, you see these drivers all trying to break that wind. They put their head down as they work their way through the chicane. So Kyle Kirkwood, your leader's got a 7/10 of a second advantage over the 338. Well, just a little under, about 6/10 of a second advantage over the 338 of Oliver Askew. There's Oliver off that tree turn. Well, about less than a half a second now as they head to the top of the oval. So 7 laps complete this time by. 16-lap pre-final. Your traffic really stretching out. Well, it has been Kyle Kirkwood up front. Currently being scored in the 9th spot overall. And senior driver in that 77. So we'll pick up the halfway sign next time by. As your leader, Kyle Kirkwood ahead to the line. Running second will be the 338 of Oliver Askew. Third will be Jonathan Kodak. Jonathan running in that 3rd spot. Jacob Duvall running 4th. Solid run going for Jacob Duvall, currently in that 4th place position. 5th it'll be Strauss. 6th it'll be Healy. 7th it'll be Garrison. 8th it'll be Amaya. 9th it'll be Vargas. And Maurice in the number 77 in that 10th spot overall. In lap number 8, Austin Garrison turned to 37.153 for Austin Garrison, currently running in the 7th position. And Garrison really closing up again, trying to pick up all he can. But still got a distance ahead of him. Austin Garrison, 6th overall, 3.3 seconds behind your leader for Austin Garrison. Austin trying to work himself through traffic. And Oliver Askew in that 2nd place position, trying to reel in your leader. He's gotten to about within a half a second, but outside of that, cannot gain any more ground than that as they come down the front stretch. 10 laps complete. So 10 in, 6 to go. Working on our pre-final. Rock Senior, Rock Masters. But again, it has been pretty much follow the leader, and that leader right now up front is Kyle Kirkwood. Kirkwood with overall fast time 37.031. He'll head into that tree turn. And boy, Kyle Kirkwood just smooth as you can be as he comes off that tree turn. He'll head to the top of the oval. Still a little bit of a gap. Got about 3 or 4 kart lengths between him and Oliver Askew. Oliver about a half a second behind your leader in turn number 1. 11 laps complete, 5 to go. And Jacob Duvall being scored in that 4th spot, 1.6 seconds behind your leader. And Jacob's been there in the top 5 all weekend. Just cannot get that little extra oomph out of that 7X. There's Jacob on the tail end of that lead pack as they come to the tree turn. Yes, Ed Jacob finished 6th in heat number 3 earlier today. On Saturday, 6th place and a 3rd place finish on Saturday in heat 1-2. And your leader moving right along, Kyle Kirkwood. Started inside of row number 1, Jonathan on the outside. Kirkwood moving right along. So there's Kyle into the tree turn, going to come up on slower traffic. That'll be the 87 going to yield. And watch as traffic come by, so it gives those guys plenty of real estate. Correct that, it'll be the 07 of Francois Bonwibo, your Masters driver. Nice piece of driving there by Francois, letting those senior drivers come by. And plenty of real estate, they cleared them, no problem there. Francois will get back on the gas in the 07. Kyle Kirkwood back in lap number 12, 36.986. How about that for your leader? And how nice is it to be up front, open space, being your leader, and then be able to carry quick time as Kyle will pick up 2 to go this time by. So final 2 circuits to go. Kyle Kirkwood about 0.6 of a second advantage over Oliver Askew. Joffrey Amaya on the move. Joffrey moves up into the 6th place position. We got top 3 drivers, Tony Karts, as they come to the top of the oval. They'll see the white flag this time by. Kyle Kirkwood picks up the white. One more circuit for Kyle Kirkwood. There's Kyle Kirkwood now coming off that chicane. Everything holds together. Kyle looking to pick up the win here in the pre-final. Going to put him up in a great spot for the final. There's Kyle into the tree turn. Nice and smooth. Oliver cannot run him down. As Kyle Kirkwood will head to the top of the oval, everything holds together. He'll come off the top of the oval and he'll seal the deal. There is your winner in the senior class. Kyle Kirkwood scores the win. So great run by Kyle Kirkwood. Oliver Askew will pick up 2nd. Jonathan will pick up that 3rd place position. Jacob Duvall in the top 5 yet again. And Dustin Strauss will pick up the 5th place position. So last group to come out will be your shifters. Once we wrap it up with our shifters, we'll take a 20-minute break. Want to welcome in the great people with Barnstormers. RC Airplanes are going to put on a little air show for us. And then we'll get set to move on into our final. So once again, once we do conclude with the last pre-final shifters, again, we'll take a 20-minute break. Want to welcome in Barnstormers. Make your way up to the fence. Have a 20-minute air show, RC air show. It'll be a lot of fun. Had the opportunity to see these guys together, and they really put on a great air show. So you want to check it out. And again, we'll do that once we conclude with our last pre-final today.